everybody, and welcome back to Reading Home.
Fuck's
sake! Fuck you, that's the intro. Welcome back to Reading Homestuck.
I was going to do it, but you beat me to the punch, Arthur.
We got Mason and Arthur here today. Sadly, no
Hello,
June.
everybody.
She is at a con.
Yeah, I'm recording.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm recording right now.
Yep, he is in fact recording, just to let you, the audience, know, because we have been made very aware.
I don't want to keep you out the loop. It's sort of important to...
You know, communication is very important, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm recording.
Yeah, I'm recording right now.
It's definitely important. Don't get me wrong. Definitely important.
Yeah, I need to tell people, like, I'm recording right now.
Right. Can we actually... I was just going to say a couple things.
Well, we are recording.
Yes, we are recording, Arthur.
The joke has run its course.
We're going to veto here. We're going to veto that here. We're going to table that for another day.
Funny joke, end of.
Funny joke, end of joke. So, before we start, I will say, for one, I've decided on a whim to count up the number of uses of each aspect so far. We have 3 mind-bound and 4 hope-bound so far. Rage, heart, and life, none.
We've never had a heartbound?
Not once.
Really? Oh.
Counted it up. In order, we had, roughly ordered by by volume. But we've had hope, doom, hope, mind, breath, time, space, mind, breath, doom, hope, void, hope, space, light, mind, blood.
Super. I know it's good. She wants me to do anything you can like.
Super. There we go. And a second thing before we begin. We've got a little something from Rhea Hiveswap, but it's not one of the trollsonas from writing Homestuck.
That's awesome.
Mason, do you remember last episode, the joke from the end of that episode? From near the end of that episode? Of Sam Reich?
Oh!
Here's
Yes.
Sam Reich as an adult troll. With the sign of scorer, because it looks like the Game Changers logo a bit, and also sign of the impromptu. It makes sense. Also,
what would his title be? Because the changer is only 7.
Yeah. As is I don't know.
The Game
show
King.
Host. The show
host. Fair enough. Show host, yeah.
The show host. The show host. That's his title. Perfect. Right. And now, we shall begin. Arthur, Mason, do either of you two wish to do narration?
Wait, hang on a second. Is that Amicia?
Yeah, there's Amicia.
But we already know her.
I don't know, maybe just a second try. I don't know. Oh, shit.
And what the hell is this?
Yeah, okay. We're just in something. Mason, do you want to do narration today? Or?
Yeah, you haven't done narration.
Sure, yeah. Well, I mean, technically I did it last time, but I'll do it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, alright.
Part of you has always been taken with the idea of purchasing a one-way train ticket to anywhere and boarding it without looking back. Or in your current case, stowing away without looking back. Details. The idea had always seemed so idyllic. No strings, no obligations. Just you and your journey, the wind in your hair, and the taste of freedom on your lips. Your little daydream didn't exactly involve careening across a perilous extraterrestrial landscape, but then you've always liked to think of yourself as the kind of person who's open to new experiences. Not to mention new friends. In practice, though, this tastes less like freedom and more like noxious muck, which is what you're currently surrounded by. Ugh. Not unlike the slime that was in Skylar's Recuperacoon. Except that slime was weirdly soothing, and this is prickly and burny and uncomfortable. You'd thought you were being smart by sneaking on board, jumping into some sort of cargo carriage, Oh, how wrong you'd been. The trade-off for not being caught, then maimed and or killed for your blood colour is apparently this. You almost would have preferred the maiming. God knows you're used to taking a beating by now.
Well, I mean, it's got a big question mark on it, so it's clearly not...
Oh, hang on a second. I recognise that name. Isn't that Connell's mate sprit?
Connell's mate sprit, yes.
So if we go for that one, Connell might show up.
I think we shall go with the certainty here of Asnaja as opposed to Amicia Erden.
Okay. After what feels like way too long, the vehicle slows down and you take the opportunity to tumble out of your slime jail onto the dusty ground, picking yourself up and hurrying away from the station before you can get spotted. A little while later, you're standing at the beginning of a massive canyon and your awful train ride almost feels worth it. The canyon stretches on endlessly, miles of yawning chasms and winding ravines at your feet. It's enough to make your mouth hang open in awe. After spending so much time in various grody parts of the city, the sight of such pristine natural beauty touches your heart. You feel somehow inspired, like you could belt out an aria or draw a masterpiece if you tried. But before you can begin exploring your hidden creative depths, you're distracted by noises coming from not too far away. You're not alone. You know what this means. A chance to get yourself more of that sweet, sweet friendship. After so many successful companionship ventures, you're thirsty for more. You pick up your jaw and go investigate. The sounds lead you toward a trail along the side of the canyon, which in turn leads down to a roomy platform not that much lower than where you started. There's a series of sharp outcrops.
Series of shart outcrops.
Oh dear. There's a series of sharp outcrops jutting out of the plateau, and perched atop the highest one is a figure dramatically framed against the moonlight.
Which one? Which moonlight?
Da 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 da. It's
That's no moon.
You know, I have a feeling I know where this is going.
That's dark scratch.
No moon.
At first, you think he's peering moodily into the distance, but then you realise he's looking through some kind of contraption on his face.
Well, not on screen yet, but I will say, I'll be honest, I have a voice picked out for this person already immediately upon seeing the scouter.
Oh.
And let me just...
I can hear some 8-bit music.
Recording coordinates!
You look around. There doesn't seem to be anyone else here. So what you heard was this fellow muttering to himself, you guess?
Let's see. No, not quite.
No, I
A
don't.
little bit off.
Vegetable. He's so wrapped up in whatever it is that he's doing that he hasn't noticed you yet.
Fair.
Gohan.
Because he's here
It's
to
like-
say.
It's like my third?
Fair. He's so wrapped up in whatever it is that he's doing that he hasn't noticed you yet. This guy has got to be hankering after some company, being all by his lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere. You're sure of it?
Yeah, that's the thing. The rule is Vegeta can never get first place in anything, so... You know.
Nope.
Alright, let's... Yeah, okay. He's steadily lowering down the rungs here.
Well, it's as I remember characters.
Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, Vegeta's my least favourite.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, Vegeta fucking sucks.
Yeah, I wish Vegeta
Alright.
didn't
Fuck with
exist.
him. I like him more than Guka.
Fair.
They need
So-
to hear this. They need to know. I'm not a big fan of
People need to hear
Vegeta.
this, Piccolo.
No one's
They
stopping
need
you.
to hear this.
30.
No one's stopping you.
I actually have a figure of Vegeta that I still haven't opened.
So, okay, so are we gonna wave and say hello or climb up and surprise him?
I feel like climbing up and surprising him might end up killing us, so let's do that.
I have to climb up and surprise him, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
let's
been
do
wrong
it funny.
before. Eagerly, you clamber up the side of the rock. Oh, wow, this drop is pretty intense. But it's nothing you can't handle without plenty of determination and frantic scrambling. You finally make it to the top. You're about to haul yourself up so you can stand, fully ready to introduce yourself and let this guy have it with you. And let this guy have it with the geniality. Really show him how amicable you can be. Before you can do that, though, he whirls around, trench coat and long hair whipping in a wide arc. All your clumsy scrabbling at the rock face must have clued him into your presence.
Did you really think you could sneak up on me? Perfect introduction on that one. And
Yep.
Azdaja's sign. You know how I mentioned how many Hope and Mindbound we've had so far?
Uh-huh.
Mindbound. Gemra. Sign of the Pilot. Prospit and Mind. But yeah, that now makes that makes 4 Mindbound and 4 Hopebound.
You got piss on the mind.
Out of a total of like at this point I think we're at 18 characters.
Yeah, because of Cuprum and Follicle.
Yeah, counting Cuprum and Follicle separately.
Yep.
It's just under half of them are those two.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very fair.
They seem to be the favourite.
Very, very fair and very well balanced, I'm sure. Yep, not butthurt at all over here.
Well, try either being like. To be fair, being mind-bound just means you'd be thinking and.
And I mean, to be fair, we've had a bit of a tendency towards Hopebounds as well.
And Hopebound literally just means you're like a goodie.
It literally means that you're one of the good ones.
Try being a good person.
Yeah. Oh yeah? Well, I like when things are nice.
Why do you keep doing that?
I don't know, but I like it.
This is a fun noise to make.
It is a fun noise. It's a fun noise.
Alright.
His eyes flash. Literally, they flicker from blue to turquoise and back again in quick succession.
An epilepsy warning, bro. What the hell?
You don't notice the pure white energy crackling at his fingertips until you're already in the air.
Where? Where is it?
Is he about to Gallic gun us? When Cuprum lifted you, it was like getting yanked up by the scruff of your shirt. This is smoother somehow, like you just stepped onto a strong breeze. Doesn't really change the outcome, though. You eye the ground below you nervously.
Think again.
Wait, you weren't engaging in any sneaking around, honest. Or, well, you were, but you didn't mean anything malicious by it. You were just after some quality hangouts. Unfortunately for you, he doesn't seem very moved by your heartfelt entreaty.
A
just
likely
wanted to hang
story. You were looking to gank my data to get her frond up on the game. Don't try to deny it.
You don't know anything about any game, but before you can explain further, you're unceremoniously released.
You just lost the game.
You run through quite the spectrum of emotions as you plunge downwards, but the strongest by far is regret. Regret that you'll emerge from this altercation sans the use of your limbs if you're lucky, but also sans a potential new friend. But sans is always a potential new friend. Bye!
Now, me personally, I'd live.
We're blue now, that's his attack.
I would just
I'd take
live. Simply do better.
I'd live and I'd go back up there and I'd say
move on.
try again.
I'd move on. I could do something else or whatever.
I would simply just not die.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see that I was right that time. Now let's be a little more
Let's
cautious.
be a little more upfront.
A little wiser.
A little
Sporting your most winning smile, you call out a greeting and give a jaunty wave. That gets his attention.
Well, 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 would you look at what the Purbeast dragged in? Are you lost?
That depends on your definition of loss. You'd prefer to think of whatever you're doing as taking the scenic route. Just, like, indefinitely.
Just remember to actually remove Vegeta from the voice reserve so we don't accidentally assign him again.
2
There we
Vegetas.
go. 2 Vegetas. Double Vegeta. One of them is fucking copy Vegeta from that stupid, like, 2-episode mini arc in Super.
Dark Vegeta.
Double
Yes.
Sunday.
Now that's Raditz.
I know. But, you know, they're both Saiyans.
Damn. Fucking Frieza out here.
Vegeta could do a double Sunday if he wanted to. But it's beneath him.
Fair. Good
Your
point.
father was a brilliant scientist, but I would never copy any techniques from your line of family.
Your father was a brilliant scientist, but your brother's a fucking idiot.
Your new acquaintance, and hopefully soon-to-be pal, snorts, unimpressed.
It would be better if you did that somewhere else. Better for me, I mean. Which is the most important issue currently at hand, let's face it. I still have preparations to make, and I'm running out of time. You're kind of cramping my style here.
Preparations?
For the game, obviously. It's starting any minute now.
You have no idea what he's talking about.
Seriously? You don't know about dual strifers? So it's also a little bit Kaiba as well, judging from the coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sticking with Vegeta though. Wow, you're even more of an empty-headed pleb than I thought.
All he has to do is say ghost of a chance and then we'll know.
Then we'll know.
Stand a ghost of chance you are.
That's not a very fair thing to say. Sure, you might have made a habit of running headfirst into stupidly dangerous situations, but there's no reason for him to assume. Your voice is drowned out by a crackling sound. He's levitating down from his perch towards you, sparks of energy stirring up the stand into a cloud.
Doesn't mean you get to say it.
After meeting Sarava and Cuprum, you've come to expect psionic powers from trolls with yellow blood by now, but it still kind of takes you aback. You stumble backwards, falling on your ass. Luckily not crushing anything in the process.
God damn,
The troll is unbothered by your spill, continuing to address you while you're sprawled on the ground.
I'll explain. Dual strifers pits Altonia's best and brightest against each other in a timed event designed to reveal the most skilled among the group. Which would be me, of course, that goes without saying.
He tells you a bunch of other stuff about game mechanics that, to be honest, go straight over your head. Apparently not in enough of a
stack yet.
He hasn't told us
The
about Pot
chain.
of Greed.
Explain how effects that resolve on resolution work as opposed to effects that resolve in chain. Or please explain how a summon negate works. Both of which really confuse new people. That's nice.
He's apparently not in enough of a rush that he can't stop what he's doing to outline his plans to you, some random passerby, in a fairly detailed manner at that. He seems pleased to have an audience, actually. Wow, his friendship's barely even off the ground, and you're already doing great. You get back on your feet and nod along sagely, pretending to understand all his rambling about strategy and whatnot. And then you notice a blinking light. It's coming from the screen over his eye.
Huh? Interesting. My scouter can't retrieve any data on your species at all.
He leans forward and looks at you. Really looks at you. Up until this point, he'd been paying more attention to his own voice and whatever readings he's been getting on his device, but now he's focused fully on you. What does the scouter say about our power level? It's under 9.
It's 0.0000.
It's under 9,000ths!
Oh.
It's starting to fluster you a little, actually. That is until his mouth twists into a smirk. You get a glimpse of a single jagged tooth. I can see quite a few, unless that's all one tooth.
You know, it's technically possible to join in teams of 2. But now you're here.
Is he saying what you think he might be saying? Excitedly, you clarify whether he's asking you to join the game as his partner.
Ha! Sure, I just love teaming up with clueless nerds like you. No. You'd be a nice element of surprise, though. I could use you as a collateral resource. Fodder. A lackey. What do you say?
Oh, sick, we get to be Nappa.
What do you say, new Nappa?
Well, thanks, Dodger. I'm gonna start talking like this.
What the fuck?
What's going on, Dad?
Never call me that again.
That doesn't sound nearly as flattering, but it's an opportunity to help, and you've founded so many great friendships on doing whatever favours random strangers have wanted you to do for them already. Why stop now?
Now for the fiddly business of going to the next page. There we go.
Screw this! That's definitely
What if they
not
screw
going to end well
this?
for us. Yeah, let's screw this. You know what? You're better than this. Who does this guy think he is, trying to turn you into his minion? Everyone keeps expecting you to be useless, and you're tired of it. You've accomplished great things, you say, stamping your feet, kicking up a real hullabaloo. You're a big deal on your home planet. People practically quiver in their boots when you walk past. And even if you weren't a big deal, even if you were the smallest fry around, you're pretty sure you could take whatever he could dish out. Like, you could throw me off this ravine and I wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah,
He's just a really nerd asshole who looks like he fell out of the IT department straight into a discount bin of bad Matrix cosplay cast-offs. You have no idea what you're doing. Absolutely nothing that you've said about yourself is true. You're spewing hot air and pure vitriol, running on the modicum of confidence you built up, bluffing your way through the variety of mishaps you've encountered before now. You throw up your hands when you're done, both out of exasperation, and there's kind of an ending flourish to your little speech. There's a deafening rumble behind you. When you turn around, it's just in time to see one of the outcrops shudder dramatically into a pile of detritus. Your eyes go wide. Either the rock was already weakened and chose this moment to break, resulting in the best coincidence ever, or you have secret telekinetic powers of your own that you've never known about until now.
It's the second one, believe it.
Believe it.
Whichever it is, it grants your venting session a healthy dose of gravitas. Astarja looks at you with a complicated expression of his face. Like he's mad at you, but also like you've just paid him a really nice compliment.
What a brazen proposition. Oh,
What?
dear.
Proposition? If you're propositioning anything, it's for him to consider you an equal rather than some kind of sidekick, that's all.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me tell you something, alien. I've heard things through the spherical fruit string about someone else in my line of work who caused quite a stir recently. Alerts have been blowing up saying a Goldblood girl assassinated a sea dweller.
Ooh.
Oh, the costume.
that happened.
The costume she had on. Polypa's costume. I had reason to suspect she'd show herself here today. I was looking forward to seeing if she's as good as the rumors say she is. A Goldblood girl. That's what the alerts say. But as one of the best mercenaries in the business, I know better.
You throw up your first time.
They must have been wearing a disguise.
He points a finger at you.
You, despite not being of Alternian origin, have a record. You've shown up here to a dueling session in a rumpus robe and nub stilts.
Rumpus row. Oh, okay. So this is after. This is definitely after. After.
I think
Gypsy.
everything's
Gypsy, yeah.
in order.
Not necessarily, because remember,
Certain routes follow on from bad endings, while other routes follow on
Yeah.
from good endings sometimes.
Yeah, I keep forgetting her name. I'm really sorry. The one we like the most, who we killed the purple blood with.
Oh, Ramel.
Ramel. There we go. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
really
Ramel's
sorry.
route follows on
Disguised
from
as a
Polypa's bad ending.
And this one
Yeah,
definitely
let's see
follows
what
on from
that's-
Polypa, but we don't know if it's the good ending or the bad ending yet, because obviously the Violet Blood murder happened at the beginning. He indicates your flowing gown and heels.
Which could easily be another disguise to throw the drones off your scent. And, as you so graciously just demonstrated, you're powerful. You're easily the most suspicious person I've come across here yet. Who's to say you're not the mysterious killer?
You realise that he's been. You realise that he's been floating gradually higher and higher in the air as he's talking to you, until he's hovering over you almost predatorily. Shit, what have you done?
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get!
Jesus Christ, that looked cool.
Damn.
His eyes light up and a bright blue beam explodes the rock next to you. You turn tail and run, but he follows, trailing along behind you like some kind of angry helium balloon. He doesn't stop shooting at you, and you can feel the lasers rush past you, rustling your hair and clothes as they cut through the air.
Vegeta has hair?
Apparently, yeah.
I thought that was
Maybe it's just very short.
Straight up bald.
Straight up.
Gosh, he's powerful. It takes your breath away. You'd be in awe if you weren't busy running for your life. You almost wish you had some sort of device that would measure just how powerful he is. Oh yeah, funny that. Except no, not really. On second thought, knowing his exact power level will probably be so frustrating that you'd immediately break whatever device that would call for with your bare hands. Hey, look, reference.
Reference.
As strong as
funny.
he is. As strong as he is, though, you can't help but notice that none of his shots are at all close to hitting you. It's more like he's trying to intimidate you, provoke you into fighting back. You have to get away from him as quickly as possible before any of his blasts actually connect. Before you know it, your scurrying feet have taken you back to where you started, the train station.
Would you quit running around like a cluck beast with a severed think pan? You came on to me. Now you won't follow through? Get back here and fight!
You seem to have managed to both pick a fight and hit on him simultaneously. Maybe he thinks you want that hate man spades thing with him? God. You just wanted to be friends, and then you might have lost your temper a little. This is all just a big misunderstanding. He isn't listening to you. Another blast zips past you, dangerously close to your ear this time. You scan the area frantically for cover. There! A structure near the tracks that looks like it might be some kind of mechanized ticket booth. You dive behind it.
I'm growing impatient, alien! Cease this game of hunt and sequester and face me!
A beam hits your makeshift shield, blowing a hole straight through it. You stumble backwards, close to the tracks. Oh no. Oh fuck. This is it. You're going to be murdered in cold blood by a guy who can shoot pure energy out of his eyes, and there's nothing you can do about it. You squeeze your eyes shut, bracing for impact. Are we both going to get hit by train? Oh. All of a sudden, there's a distant rushing sound. With all the running and laser dodging, you'd forgotten what this station was even for in the first place. The train is arriving. Maybe someone on it will be willing to help you. Not like Alternian seems to have a good track record for helping folk out in need out of the goodness of their hearts, but damn it, it's the only chance you've got. Azaj is distracted by the train's arrival for only a moment before he turns towards you again. But then a figure climbs out of one of the train carriages. A figure that's large and hulking, and one that you recognise.
There she is!
There she is!
Oh, right. Arthur, do you want to take over narration while Mason takes Connell's voice?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Let me
Darth
get back
Maul.
into the... Yeah, I know, I remember.
Darth Maul and Vegeta, what a fucking
Oh,
combo!
what a fucking pair.
What a combo package!
Okay, let me think of a line, a Maul line. What's a good Maul line for me to get back into it with? Oh yeah, that's the one. Your rage has unbalanced you. That is not the Jedi way, is it? Astarja? What the hell are you doing? Why are you attacking my friend?
Friend? You know this Globes for Sponge? Why didn't you tell me? They're the assassin I've been looking for.
What? You idiot. They're no assassin. When I met them, they freaked out over a little blood. They've never even killed before.
Well... What? What about their powers? Arthur?
Connell squints at you, like she's thinking very hard about what your more exceptional qualities might be.
Well, they're pretty good at falling on their ass.
Solid assessment. Solid assessment by Connell.
That is our greatest weapon. and freaking out in the middle of a crisis. And being squishable.
Nastasha's expression goes cold. His eyes stop flashing, but he still looks like he could kill you with his gaze alone.
I see. So that's why you were running away. You were lying. What an immature ruse.
You can't help but feel a little bad for pulling the wool over his eyes, even though you were fearing for your life until just a few seconds ago. Nastasha seems to trust Connell's word implicitly. Now that you've been exposed as nothing but a regular Joe, he seems to have lost all interest in you.
Connell, I was beginning to think you'd skipped out on this event.
Of course not. I missed the Omni-Scuttle caravan. And the desert has shitty reception, so I couldn't call. You know that.
That's right. Well, I'm glad you made it. I've let myself get distracted by this peon for long enough. Let's go strife some losers, own their nooks in battle, and profit.
Fuck yes.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Profit?
I'd love to stay and chat, kid. But there's a bunch of cults in that canyon. With my name all over them. Later. I like that sprite.
I love his just fucking peace out.
You watch wistfully as they set off back towards the canyon. Oh, if only you hadn't lost your temper and lied out your ass like an idiot. You might have been walking along with them. Ifs and buts with candy and nuts, then we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Instead, you're here alone on the ground, new friendship having slipped through your fingers, all this desert sand.
And then the train starts moving again and runs us over.
Yep. Sad. Well, let's go do the good thing by being a little weenie again. You'll be the best lackey ever. Arthur, do you want to hand narration back, or do you want to keep going with it?
Sure, I'll go back.
Alright, Mason.
Yep. We'll be the best lackey ever. The title might not be much, but that doesn't mean you can't excel at it. You tell him you accept his offer.
Excellent. By the way, I'm Asdaja Nilax. But you must have known that already.
You're not sure why you would. Maybe he's some kind of big shot? Come to think of it, that name does ring a bell. Yeah, you've heard of it before. When you were in the middle of infiltrating a bandit hideout with a mercenary. Connell!
You met my mate, Sprit. You must have gotten on her good side, or you wouldn't be standing here talking to me. Because you'd be minced into the ground finer than grub paste.
No, we clocked that.
Yeah.
He's grinning like...
to specify.
Yeah. He's grinning like he's really proud and fond about Connell being the sort of girl who'd make mincemeat out of someone as soon as speak to them. If he wasn't talking about her literally murdering you, you might find this reaction endearing.
I think it's going to be make mincemeat out of someone as soon as speak to them. Like, that's saying do something as soon as another thing.
Yeah. So,
hang on, if he already has a partner...
that one actually is solid.
Yeah. Hang on, if he already has a partner, why isn't she here? Asdaja's expression sours abruptly.
My partner isn't here because she didn't make our agreed upon rendezvous time. Oh, agreed upon rendezvous time.
Yeah, there probably should have been a hyphen there, but I don't know.
Fumbled it.
He says the word partner in an overdone, exasperated huff, as if he thinks she might be listening from behind a boulder somewhere and he can somehow shame her into appearing. You remember what Polyper said about mercenary duos often being quadrantid pairs, i.e. romantically involved? Did his girlfriend stand him up? Yikes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's better that you haven't been promoted to partner status if it means getting involved in another couple's spat. You've had quite enough of that already. You hope they aren't fighting. As Darja glares at you.
The exact nature of our quadrant is none of your business, frankly. Now come on. We're wasting time.
He steps off the edge of the plateau, descending in a crackle of energy and floating you into the canyon along with him. It's a terrifying ride, but the view it affords is pretty amazing. Soon you reach the bottom.
We should keep going. There's someone else in this valley. We'll get the drop on them if we move fast.
Ooh. Oh, that's such a cool sprite. He grins confidently, his coat flapping behind him. There isn't any wind down here, though. Is he flapping his own coat with his PSI for dramatic effect?
Of course
It's just like Infinity War. Strange, are you moving your hair right now? Not at the moment.
First blood to Neelax.
You blink. Tentatively, you repeat, blood? Blood.
Yes, blood.
He says it the same way he enunciated the name of this competition earlier, like it should have been painfully obvious.
Like I told you, our aim is to take out our opposition. Swiftly and painfully. To win, we have to be the last team standing in this entire canyon. Weren't you listening when I explained earlier?
God damn it, you've been proceeding under the assumption that this was some kind of elaborate competitive LARP. Like, solve some puzzles, get out of the giant canyon before the other guy type deal. Perhaps arm wrestle your competitors into submission if you run into them. But no, this game involves actual violence.
Alright, it's time to lock in. Come on, buddy.
Come on, man.
Time to bring on Altenia's deadliest ass.
Come on. Just get Astarja to levitate you above the competition and then just drop you and it'll work.
We are Astarja's down B.
Actually, you
All you need to do is just go pick up the guns randomly scattered around the canyon and just lock in. Come on. It's just
You probably shouldn't be surprised. You've been in Alternia long enough to discern that, boy, trolls sure do love killing. You've made friends with plenty of trolls who have less bloodthirsty hobbies, though. You ask him whether he's ever considered getting into excessive bodily force poetry or streaming sick beats.
Please, you're kidding, right? Now is no time for joking around.
There's no time for games.
Farewell. Don't tell me you're already getting frosty strut pods. I can't work with someone with such a flimsy sense of conviction.
You reassure him that no, of course not, your strut pods are as toasty as all heck, but he's no longer paying attention to you. His scouter glints.
There!
He flashes past you before you can blink, riding the waves of his PSI to a collection of rocks sitting behind you.
Target acquired. Nice try thinking you could outsmart me by laying in wait and launching an ambush. Cowardly move and sloppy. Very sloppy. Now prepare to get owned. Resistance is oh, fuck!
Abruptly, as Darja freezes. You hesitate, unsure as to what sort of threat you're dealing with here. But then a troll girl with a cerulean blue symbol on her shirt pops up from behind the rocks.
Oh dear.
Oh, I thought it was going to be someone we know. She giggles menacingly. Making Astarja turn towards you. His expression is blank, his nifty brain powers now under your competitor's control. To echo Astarja's sentiment, oh, fuck. You need to do something. Fast. You have the harebrained thought that maybe you can grab Astarja and physically wrest her from his control.
Wrest him from her control, yeah, from the...
Oh, wrest him from her control. Did I say...
Yeah.
You launch yourself towards them in a mad dash, attempting to call out a chilling battle cry, but it comes out as more of a pathetically broken yell. Ah! Ah! The girl laughs again. Oh, wow, that's a cool sprite as well.
God damn.
Nastasia's eyes flash bright, brighter than you've seen so far. Almost blinding. Oh hell, those are straight up eye lasers, aren't they? And they're really powerful, holy shit. You've met some strong trolls, but this kind of power is something else. If Nastasia were a character in a video game and you were to assign him a quantifiable number to measure his power, some kind of level perhaps, that number would be, well, it would be very high is all you're saying.
Perhaps close
Nastasia's...
to entering a 5-digit range, one might say.
Yeah. Nastasia's lasers shoot at a point above you, scoring a deep gash in the rock and sending rubble toppling downwards. You reach out, grabbing at Nastasia's coat. You have to get out of here. The girl doesn't stop you, merely leaping out of the way of the certain doom that's hurtling rapidly towards you. You think you see something out of the corner of your eye, some last-ditch hope at not getting squashed as flat as a grub cake. You race towards it. Your first thought when you next open your eyes is that death has finally come to tenderly cradle you in its sweet, loving embrace. Nope. But you quickly realise that you're in a cave, not the afterlife, and the reason you can even see anything right now is because the area around you is brightened by a light coming from Nastasia's scouter. Through sheer dumb luck, you must have run towards the single safe spot in this entire ravine, the hole in the ground. It's as if this hole was sitting here, carved out of the rock, waiting to be your escape route. You might even say this hole was made for you.
Fuck!
You wince, covering your ears. Could you keep it down, maybe? Your nerves are a little shot from almost dying for the umpteenth time this week.
No, I will not keep it down! Curses. I can't believe this! Who does that blue blood think she is? Does she realise who she just messed with?
Wow, he looks really mad. Instinctively, you reach out to execute that slow face pat that trolls seem to find so soothing, but he slaps your hand away.
What do you think you're doing? I already told you I have a Moirail.
He did? Oh. You stammer out an apology. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Plus, you thought Connell was his mate spirit. He seems to realise what he just said. A hint of yellow touches his cheeks, just barely visible in the light.
That's what I said. I already have a mate spirit.
Oh. You're pretty sure you heard him right the first time, and you're also pretty sure that those are two different sorts of relationships. But you let the subject drop. No need to rile up your new friend more than he already is.
A lot of quadrant vacillation. Shit's kind of fucky.
Your shush pat might have been rejected, but the attempt seemed to snap him out of whatever pissed off funk he's got himself into.
Let's get out of here.
He follows the path out of the cave. Can't he just blast you both out?
Don't be stupid. If I did that, it would cause a cave-in. Are you that eager to get crushed?
Yeah, good point.
You're acting just like Connell. So ready to rush in without a game plan.
If he means this as an insult, its effect is kind of lost. He sounds more wistful than irritated. You walk in silence for a while.
You remind me of my friend.
Stares off into the distance.
You walk in silence for a while. As you make your way further into the cave, you realise that the walls aren't blank like you previously thought, but covered in complicated carvings. Cave troll art, you wonder?
I know what you're thinking.
I guy outside agreed with you.
That life as a prince among trolls must be an enviable one.
You snap to attention. Yes, of course, you were definitely thinking about him and his life story just then.
I don't expect someone like you to understand. You're obviously a completely average person who will live out their life in perfect mediocrity.
The day you were in my shoes.
But not me. You don't know what it's like to be born so gifted.
Completely average. That's you alright. You try your best to be sympathetic. Having rad powers must make things really hard.
What? No way, it's fucking awesome. But as you've clearly seen, it can attract unwanted attention from pathetic individuals who aren't nearly as talented themselves. Who are desperate to have some unbeatable psionics in their corner. To be honest, the Empire is no different, and it's not like the rebels are much better. Connell and I don't really care one way or the other. We're just here to off chumps and get money. We look out for ourselves first and foremost. But eventually we'll be sent off planet to do the bidding of the Empress, just like everyone else.
Okay, you can see why having no say in the matter kind of sucks, but isn't there opportunity to do cool shit in space too? Astarja's face draws up in a wry expression.
Yeah, with someone else calling all the shots.
You keep walking. After what feels like hours, his scouter flashes again.
We're here.
He lets the wall have it with his eye lasers. With a resounding roar, it crumbles away. Aside from the spot he'd destroyed, the rest of the cave is intact. Moonlight spills into the space through the impromptu exit.
It's over. We were stuck down there for so long that the game is ended. Meaning...
Your heart sinks. This was a disaster. He's definitely not going to want to be your friend after losing this competition he's so invested in.
We're the last team standing, which makes us the winners. I knew it.
Types GG easy in chat.
Yeah, that blue blood loser might have had a stroke of good luck, but she was no match for someone of my station. My victory was a foregone conclusion from the start.
You're no match for me.
Bringing you along was an excellent idea. Your recklessness really came in handy back there. It's GG easy in chat after you lost the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, this guy's great. I fuck with him heavy.
Oh, hell
After
yeah.
your teammate gets an ace. He's thanking you realise.
Types jungle diff after losing.
He's thanking you realise. Or something close to it. Modestly, you assure him that it was no problem.
A prince knows when to give credit where credit is due. Celebration is in order, I think. Once we collect our prize.
There's a prize?
Fuck yes. Jewel Strifers offers an impressive cash reward to whoever wins. You'll get a cut as well, of course. Oh my god, money! Any money!
We can finally pay off our debt to Tagora.
No.
As if.
We can finally pay off 0.1% of our debt to Tagora.
We can remind
Not counting the
Tagora that we're
interest,
in
of
debt to
course.
him.
Not counting the interest, of course. We're never going to pay off the interest. We can pay off 0.01% of the original debt.
Tagora really is the Tom Nook of Alternia.
Oh, easily. Anyway.
Whoa, money! This will be the first time you've laid your hands on the stuff since you crash landed. Maybe you'll finally be able to purchase a warm meal, or clothing that isn't from somebody else's closet. More important than the money, though, is that you've proven you aren't a complete fuck-up. You've earned Astarja's trust, and also his friendship. They have V-Bucks!
Fucking rich!
We're rich.
We're
V-Bucks.
rich.
Alright, well, did
well.
we do actually every route at once?
Yeah, that was
I do
a short
believe
one.
we did.
We're
That was-
rich.
Damn. It's only 50 minutes.
Yeah. Is that the
Hooray.
shortest one yet?
I think it might be. I think we might have reached our shortest.
Wow.
Woo, yeah, woody. Well. Shit. Yeah, I guess outro time?
Yeah.
That wasn't expecting to be doing the outro so soon. But hey, I guess yeah, it's a fucking short episode, I guess.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was cool.
Well, yeah. Any other thoughts on Azdaja or the route itself?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so many... So I can understand why this one is short, because there's only so much you can write for a Dragon Ball Z / like, card game
Parody
competition.
kind of
Yes.
thing, yeah.
I feel like in the long run, he'll probably be one of the, like, weaker characters, but he was still fun.
Yeah, I think he's a good bit part. I think also in terms of, because we've had a person in the comments who's been sort of explaining their theories on the classes of these characters. I wonder what Azdaja is.
Yeah, gee, it's not like he mentioned it twice out of nowhere.
He couldn't be a Prince of Mind. That would be impossible.
He would never be a Prince of Mind.
It would be really
He would
funny if
never.
he wasn't a prince and he was like, just what's the opposite?
Heir of
to
mind.
prince? Yeah, he was like,
Yeah, he's like a sylph.
So yeah, I was going to say Sylph of Mind.
Yeah, like that would be kind of logically the opposite in a sense, I think.
We get a comment that says, "You joke, but ... And that's the end of the comment.
Yeah, that's the whole comment. No further elaboration. Just, well. Oh,
Yeah.
Christ. But
It was
yeah,
nice.
good shit.
Had fun.
Yes. One second. Apologies. Right, well, if you liked this video, hit that like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. We upload episodes of Reading Homestuck every Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone, and we upload other things on Thursdays or Fridays, again, depending on your time zone. Except, when this goes up, last week will have been April Fool's. Hope you like the non-actual Reading Homestuck video that goes up then. Hope you liked it. We might make more stuff like that in the future that's not done on April Fool's, but maybe we won't. It's very much a we'll see. But things on Thursdays or Fridays that you can check out. We do Dig in Rimper. That's probably going to be going up. Gonna be next week? No, I think it will be up. At this point, the schedule is a little annoying to figure out on the fly. So I'm just gonna say, Dig in Rimper, another one. Chapter 2 will be coming to an end in episode 6, either last week or next week or the week after that, sometime soon-ish. You can also check out Dicey Deeds. It's our tabletop role-playing game series. Danganronpa, it's sort of an improv comedy board game thing, Danganronpa parody sort of thing. It's a fun time. Just, if you want to check out other stuff on this channel, check that out. You can check out Dicey Deeds. It's our tabletop role-playing game series. We have done a variety of games there, such as 2 Call of Cthulhu campaign one-shot things. Some Honey Heist, some Gloom, even though it's a card game and not a tabletop board game, but it's fine. Just roll with it. We've done 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, we've done a bit of Morkborg here and there, and our main series that's coming back soon-ish, Lancer. We play as the Canaries, a Suicide Squad-esque group that just pilots mechs and does various dangerous and, well, suicide missions almost, sometimes. Very dangerous stuff, disposable assets, that sort of thing. You can check that out. And we do Writing Homestuck, our Trollsona series. That's a lot of fun. We just mostly created. There's still some stuff that needs finishing, but, you know, we made most of the stuff for the post-scratch Trollsonas, and they will be beginning their adventure soon. Sorry, there was a bus. But yes, you can also follow me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky, where I post the stuff that I make for said Writing Homestuck series. still there. But yes, I post the stuff that I make for writing Homestuck in those two places. You can check it out. You can also send me asks, send me DMs, send me whatsoever you choose. YouTube sometimes eats comments, so it's very annoying when that happens. And if it does happen to you, you can send me what you wanted to say on Tumblr or Blue Sky, where I will far more likely be able to see it, compared to if YouTube ate the comment. Yes. You can also follow June on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and on Instagram. She does some stuff in those places sometimes. I don't know, but I think some more stuff might be coming soon-ish, considering June is at a con, but that is up to her, and I cannot currently ask because she is not here. But someone I can ask about their stuff, you can follow Arthur on Twitch. Arthur.
Yeah, I stream. From like 7 till somewhere between 9 and 10 when I start to get kind of tired. It's fun. I enjoy it.
On Sundays, correct?
Yeah, on the day we record, so no one ever gets to
no one ever gets
me.
to check out the stream immediately following the recording.
Yeah, exactly. It's always going to be the next. It's going to be the next Sunday. But yeah, yes. I'm enjoying it. I'm playing Amori. It's fun. I'm just basically just playing a game and hanging out. It'd be lovely to see people if you want to turn up, but you don't feel obliged. But it's whatever. And twitch.tv/PENNEDIG. That's all. Thank you very much.
Indeed. And Mason, do you have anything you wish to say at the end of this here episode of Reading Homestuck Hiveswap Friendsim?
Only to say thank you all so very much for watching. We love making these. We hope you love watching them. We hope you enjoyed the April Fool's video. That was a ton of fun. And everything else we've been putting up. Looking forward to continuing the adventures of the Troll Soners. Looking forward to more Digging Rimper and Lancer. And tons of fun stuff on the horizon. So keep your eye on the horizon.
Keep your eye on the horizon. Keep your eye on the prize. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.